everybody, welcome back to Planet Coast and to the project Acacial 2. In the last episode we built a bridge leading guests into the steampunk area. Today we're tackling 3 construction sites at once, extending the bridge, creating the forecourt at the main entrance to the steampunk area, and expanding its industrial section. Let's start with the bridge, more precisely the other side of it. Last time I already placed the carousel here. This attraction sits on that side that will eventually lead into the Wild West area. In other words, the building style gets more rustic. We'll need a queue, of course, and a building through which guests enter the new area. Unlike the Viking zone, this section is still protected by a tall fence, but I don't want massive fortification here. After all, the Wild West folks had nothing to do with the Vikings' conflicts with the mythology area. In the northern section, it was important to put more effort into the visual barriers. Guests should discover the new area gradually, not see everything at once. Here in the south, I'm still building the fence, but I can be more relaxed about it since the center of the western area lies deeper and isn't as easily visible. Back to the building, I want to add another restaurant to its front. We already have one down the lake, and I really like the idea of an open kitchen where guests can sit down during the walk and enjoy a nice lunch. To give them a bit of privacy, I'm separating the tables from the main path with a tall hedge. Next up, the main entrance to the steampunk area. We already built a small, cozy-ish corner, but that wasn't enough for me. I think we need a few small buildings here with a seating area in the middle, maybe even a tree at its center. Oh, since this is a very industrial area anyway, I felt logical to pin house numbers onto the buildings. That way, if a guest or staff member asks for direction, guest service can simply say, "Hey, go to house number 23. If it works in a city, why not in our park? But before we dive into the third construction site, let me pick out a few songs that have little or nothing to do with what we are building here. Sure, it might help the mood to play music that fits the steampunk vibe, but no, we're doing it differently. I'll play tracks I just think are cool. I'll be right back. again. We are almost done with this area. I felt I needed a few more houses just to make it look fuller. With a bake factory in the background, it makes sense to add service buildings and, of course, homes for the factory workers. Some of the houses I simply copied and tweaked so they wouldn't look too similar. Others I built from scratch. The extension of the attraction building, for example. I used parts from the townhouse set, but it didn't work out perfectly. The visual transition between the two themes isn't as smooth as I hoped. Okay, I have a question. Has the grid system been changed? Normally, for grid-bound pieces, you can set distances of 1 to 4 meters along the X and Y axis, but I've had several cases now where much smaller distances were possible on one, not both, axes. That allows much more precise placement, but I have no idea how I triggered it. In other words, I don't know how to reproduce it when I need it. And because it happens randomly, the following pieces don't align properly anymore. Do you have any tip for me? Last but not least, and while I'm still fiddling with power cables and sealing roof gaps while the wind keeps blowing through, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and see you in the next episode of Occasional 2.